All right, today we're gonna try to put a light kit into this MST RMX 2.0. I ordered the Attack Afterburner 1402. It has a couple of 5mm lights and one pair of 3mm lights. So the kit is fairly easy to explain. You just apply the correct LEDs into the proper light bucket. The front light buckets went in pretty easily. They have a little screw clip retainers to hold them in. So right here I'm just separating the rear light buckets from the plastic mount, and make sure I get all that out of there. Clean it up a little bit, take the rough edges off with a little file or a little hobby knife or something like that. So after you clean up everything with the light buckets and get all the extra pieces of plastic off, you start to put the lights in. So these are 5mm reverse lights, and this kit has only space for a 3mm brake light. So we had to get out the body reaming tool to make that 3mm hole there into a 5mm hole. This is going to come into play later because this kit comes with 2 sets of red LEDs. All right, so now it has a Y plug to connect it to port 2 on your receiver. This allows you to integrate the light kits into your receiver. Turn on the actual receiver to test them before we screw them and glue them into the body. You can see the brake lights coming on. You can see the headlights right there and the daytime running lights. I apply the 2-sided 3M tape to make it stick into the polycarbonate body. Everything is wired up and taped up, and now we have to just peel the backing off of the tape. Easier said than done. And get that to apply to the inside of the body. I had to use the tweezers here to help me out a little bit, so we don't want to avoid touching it with our fingers to ruin the adhesive. So now you just have wires going all over the place. We're going to stick that in there. We got one shot to make it right, and there you have it. It's in there pretty good. I don't think it'll come off of there anytime soon. So we place the other side to make it look symmetrical, and it doesn't look bad so far. I really like the way that cutout grill turned out too. All right, so now we have the front lights in, and then we take a second to admire our work. It was a journey getting to this part right here. All right, so now the wires are just all over the place, and after a few seconds of TV magic, we get them tied down pretty good. Still have to clean up a few things to cut those extra pieces of zip tie off of there, but we get in there with the side cutters and get that out of the way. And like I said, you can see the orange lights headed to the front for the daytime running light. And as you notice, that's going to change because I don't think the orange really looks good in the front. Of course, we put the body on and test everything out. Admire our work. This is just the initial setup to see if it's going to work inside the vehicle, much as it did on the desk itself. All right, there's our transmitter again. So here's the brake lights. When you apply the brakes, the lights come on pretty good. They're bright, but the reverse lights are hitting me with the red instead of the white. So we're gonna have to make some adjustments there. Brakes are good. It's the reverse lights that are throwing me off. So back to my trick RC. I went to get a pair of yellow lights and a pair of white lights. So I'm going to swap out the reverse lights, and that's the SQ1 transmitter right there. And then I tied in the yellow running lights as well. Looks much better than the orange in the front, trust me. All right, so here's the old magnet locations, and I just had to make an adjustment to move them closer to the inside because the old location was hitting where the light buckets ended up getting taped down inside of there. So a minor magnet adjustment, and this is what it looks like, the finished product. Have some bright lights, and after about 20 seconds of no movement, the hazard lights will come on. Nice little feature. It has about 5 different modes you can run. Everything from braking hazard lights and reverse lights. So here's the braking lights, and here's with the upgrade of the reverse lights. Looks much better to have the white lights back there instead of just 4 red across the back. So here's our hazard lights from the back, and our brake lights and our reverse lights. And that's how you put in the My Trick RC Attack Afterburner 1402 light kit.